All right, guys, welcome back to 243 Outdoors. My name is Josh. Today is a kind of slightly rainy Tuesday morning, and I thought I'd make a kind of a channel status update, something like Full Lead Taco does, and tell you what's going on. So, we're in Southern Illinois, and it is in the middle of harvest, and I've been helping the wife's family on their family farm, and I've had a couple weeks off work, and I've been extremely busy, and I kind of neglected the reloading room. I walked down here this morning, and was like, wow, I had a lot of projects going, so kind of tie up some loose ends down here and been doing a little straightening up. Thought I'd show you a couple of products I'd picked up over the last few weeks. As far as the Hobo slugs, I picked up a leather punch, and this is a CS Osborne 5/8 leather punch. And what this is allowing me to do is to cut some cardboard spacers that we can use in our slugs. So here's a couple examples. This is kind of like a cereal box cardboard, very thin, and this is kind of like a corrugated. It's a little bit thicker. And I've been trying out different combinations and seeing which shoots the best. When the cardboard and the wadding and everything separate from the slug, I have excellent groups. They almost stack on top of each other out to 25 yards and hit the target pretty reliably at 50. However, when one sticks or slightly gets, something happens, that's where I get flyers. So that's where I'm kind of at on that. We'll probably do one more slug video, and we'll get into more of that later in this video. Another thing that I picked up is a rail, and this is a Evolution Gunworks EGW rail for Mossberg shotguns. And my plan is to put this on the Mossberg 930, the JM Pro, and we'll put a little red dot on it. I think that'll be a whole lot of fun. That semi-auto shotgun with a red dot will be kind of neat. And as far as red dots, I have this, I think it's Field Sport. It's the little Amazon red dot a bunch of you guys were picking up. I don't know, it's been a year or two ago. Had this on my Ruger PC carbine, 9mm, and I traded that rifle off since, and I still have this. I thought this would be a decent little optic for that shotgun. My initial thoughts of this, it's about a $20 red dot. It seemed to hold zero and shoot very well. However, it wasn't really fog proof. If you take it in the summer inside heavy air conditioning and go outside, it would fog up and you'd have to let it sit for several weeks for it to clear out. So with that in mind, I just got to remember that. The function seemed all right, but it's something we can play with, and I have it on hand. So look forward to shooting some slugs with the red dot, and that'll be a whole lot of fun. And I think we'll probably go ahead and install this rail on the shotgun here in this video. Got it in the vise and ready to go. All right, got a couple more packages in yesterday, and I got some Starline brass. I got a bag of 100 357 Magnums, and I got a bag of 100 45 Colts. I've heard that Starline made a run of both of those recently, and they're starting to trickle out to some distributors. And this come from Millworks Brass. I'd never ordered from them. I'd actually never heard of them. And on Discord, I asked some guys if they'd ever heard of them or ordered, and I received some good responses. So I ordered them. They were shipped the same day that I ordered them, and I had them in literally like 3 days. So we got some brass, and I own a rifle or pistol in neither one of those calibers yet. So just wanted that on hand. Something may be happening with one of those here in the near future, but need components. So got family members with both calibers, so it's just something I want to have on hand, and we got it now. Also picked up some 9mm bullets. These are like Extreme Defenders. They're a 124 grain hollow point, kind of similar to a Hornady XTP, and I got these extremely cheap, so I just threw them in the cart as well. So never hurts to have some jagged hollow points laying around. So let's put this rail on the shotgun. Next thing I like to do is take a little rubbing alcohol and a pipe cleaner, and we're going to degrease our holes a little bit. So these don't really look greasy at all, but it's just a good practice to do. It don't take much, and then we'll let that dry. Okay, so I picked this rail up on eBay, and it's the EGW Mossberg 500 late model. I believe this fits pretty much all Mossberg shotguns after 1997, And the only other note is Mossberg 930s. The holes do not go very deep, so you have to have short screws. So I seen this was used on eBay, and it came off a Mossberg 930, so it already has the shortened screws. So I didn't want to mess around with shortening some screws or finding screws that fit it. There are some cheap rails you can find for $8 to $10. I'm a big fan of these EGW rails. I have them on almost, I think, pretty much every rifle that has a scope has one of these on it, this brand. So it's real good stuff. So let's get this mocked up. We'll put a little Loctite and get it. So on this rail, you can see this little raised area, and that goes towards the front. And we'll set it on like so, and that's what it'll look like. We're going to use a little blue Loctite today. And I believe this is a T10 Torx. So we just need a dab of the blue Loctite. Got a bubble there. That'll work. And we'll just snug it down, but not tighten it yet, because we'll use our fat wrench, torque wrench, to do that. Two. These screws look pretty clean, so I didn't degrease them. They're dry anyway. And our last one. That one's snug, that one's snug, snug, and snug. So let's get our torque wrench out. And we got our torque wrench. We're going to torque this down in 2 steps. I'm going to go to 10 inch-pounds and then a final torque of 20 working inside out. Click, 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 and click. Then we'll pull this bottom and turn it up to the 20. And do the same thing. All right, our rail's mounted. Now let's get our optic put on and kind of get it orientated where we want. Right, so I took the shotgun out of the vise and kind of held it up, and I've come up with about this spot right here, and we're going to use a 3mm hex. And we'll snug that down. And I'm not going to torque it in place. I'm just going to get it snug. I may move it later, but we're going to make sure we push it all the way forward. And, you know, put about, 20, 25 inch-pounds of torque on it. So there we go. We have a red dot on our semi-auto shotgun. So I like that. It's not too far forward, but it's not too far out. And with both eyes open, you got a good field of view. So got that on there, and that's going to be fun. That'll be fun for clay pigeons or testing the slugs out. That's pretty much going to wrap up today's video, just kind of what's going on. So look forward to probably another slug video, maybe another shotgun video, since I got that red dot on. That might be fun to play around with. Got to load up some more slugs. May have to cast them, because this little container is all I have currently cast. My lead pot still has the soft lead in it, so it won't be a big deal to make another 20 or 50 of those or so. I need to cut open some shells and get some of them loaded up for the next video, and probably do a little reloading video here. I don't know how soon it'll be, in the next month and a half. So that's all for today. Just a little channel status update for you guys. Catch you next time.